ready for school with the coolest deals from Quartz. Free gift with your back-to-school purchases, plus big discounts on cell phones, computers, printers, televisions, and more. Shop today with no cash and get instant credit on 3 to 48 months credit plan. Save big with great deals and head back to school in style. Only from Quartz, bringing value home. Conditions apply.
Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Channel 5 newscast. I'm Mervan Thompson. Locally, 2 of the 3 District A Magistrates courts have been relocated to the former Glen Clove building at Fort Lands Bastille in the vicinity of the War Memorial and Fisherman's Wharf. Attorney General and Minister of Justice and Legal Affairs Honorable Garth Wilkins said in a release, quote, "I am pleased that the new District A Magistrates Court complex will become fully operational on Monday so that the backlog of cases can be resolved," end quote. According to him, the backlog was due to the closure of the Sir Lee L. Moore Judicial and Legal Services Complex in early June 2022 due to a mold infestation there. He added that he toured the complex with the senior magistrate on Wednesday and was pleased with the provisions made. There is a check-in and seating area, bathroom facilities, court cashier room, exhibit room, storeroom, holding bay, administrative offices, and a telecom system so that persons are aware of their cases being called. Senior Magistrate His Honor Reynold Benjamin said that the new home was well needed and will assist the court with dispensing justice speedily. He said that significant work was done in an effort to renovate the Glen Cove building in the soonest possible time to allow the 2 magistrates' courts to resume functioning. The 2 District A Magistrates' courts administered by His Honors Reynold Benjamin in Courtroom 1 and Fitzroy Eddy in Courtroom 2 will be open from 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Her Honor Magistrate Donna Harris will continue to sit in the single District A Magistrate Court at the Sir S.W. Tapley Seaton Annex located at East Independence Square, Bastille. As congratulatory remarks continue to roll in for Prime Minister Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, His Excellency Charles A. Sovereign has congratulated the 4th Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, Honorable Dr. Terence Drew. In a congratulatory letter, the President said, quote, "On behalf of the government and people of the Commonwealth of Dominica, I wish to extend sincere congratulations to you and to the government and people of St. Kitts and Nevis on the successful holding of general elections on Friday, 5th August 2022, which from all reports were free and fair, notwithstanding the continued unprecedented circumstances of the COVID-19 pandemic and other challenges which are plaguing our world today. My personal congratulations are also extended to the newly elected Prime Minister, Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, and the St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party on his personal overwhelming victory at the polls and on his St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party having won the majority of 6 out of 8 seats in St. Kitts, which equate to a majority of the 11 seats in the Federation. We also extend our commendation to former Prime Minister Dr. Honorable Timothy Harris for his graciousness in conceding and extending congratulations to Prime Minister Honorable Dr. Terence Drew," end quote. He said that Dominica looks forward to strengthening the existing close relations of the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, the OECS, the Caribbean Community, CARICOM, the Commonwealth, the Organization of American States, OAS, the United Nations, and other regional and international organizations. Meanwhile, the Regional Council of Guadeloupe has also congratulated the new government of St. Kitts and Nevis. A diplomatic note from Bastille, Guadeloupe said, quote, "The Regional Council of Guadeloupe presents its congratulations to the new government of St. Kitts and Nevis and thanks the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Economic Development, International Trade, Investment, Industry and Commerce for the information shared regarding the composition of the new government. The Regional Council of Guadeloupe takes this note as an opportunity to renew its attachment to the connections between Guadeloupe and St. Kitts and Nevis." End quote. And the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Dr. Honorable Ralph Gonsalves, has congratulated the new administration of St. Kitts and Nevis. In a letter from the office of the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, it said, quote, "Congratulations on the magnificent victory of the St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party, SKNLP, under your esteemed leadership in the recent general elections in St. Kitts and Nevis. I was on my way to Taiwan when I received the good news of your party's triumph, amidst the continued celebration that democracy is alive and well in St. Kitts and Nevis. The St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party is well known for its people-centered vision, its philosophy and the practice of social democracy as applied to our regional and national conditions, its commitment to mature regionalism and multilateralism in global affairs, its profound anti-colonialism and anti-imperialism, and its defense of the poor, the working people, and the nation of St. Kitts and Nevis. St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party and the United Labour Party of St. Vincent and the Grenadines share a common outlook and have been brothers and sisters in political and governmental struggles for decades. We are committed to the continuance of this political communion in thought and action." End quote. He concluded by saying that he personally looks forward to working with Prime Minister Honorable Dr. Terence Drew. And finally, outside the region, Prime Minister of Japan, Fumio Kishida, has extended congratulations. In a letter, it said, quote, "Japan and St. Christopher and Nevis have traditionally shared universal values, including freedom, democracy, human rights, and the rule of law, and have developed friendly bilateral relations. I look forward to working with you, Honorable Prime Minister, to further strengthen Japan-St. Christopher and Nevis relations." End quote. St. Kitts and Nevis and Japan established diplomatic relations on January 14, 1985. And finally, on the local scene, the Office of the Premier in the Nevis Island Administration, NIA, has advised that Honorable Mark Brantley, Premier of Nevis, has travelled overseas and is scheduled to return shortly. In his absence, Honorable Alexis Jeffers, Deputy Premier, will act as a Premier. The release did not state the nature of his trip or when he is due to return. And coming up, we'll have another look at some of the stories from the past week. Stay tuned.
What's your reason?
Because on weekends, we have special from Thursday up to Monday. So I will encourage more people to come.
What's your reason?
They like come up for the cheap shrimps. You know, cheap things good now when I get.
There's always a great reason to shop at Hortsport's Value Mart IGA.
You could find the products that you really need.
Hortsport's Value Mart IGA, where
price matters most.
Shop smart at Value
Mart. Want to get away? Now you can.
Stop standing in long ATM lines to withdraw cash. Use your national debit or black cards to complete a wide variety of transactions at supermarkets, variety stores, gas stations, pharmacies, and more. Shop online at the most popular websites and stores for quality brands using your national debit or black cards. And take back your time to enjoy all the things that you love to do. Remember, instead of waiting in long ATM lines to withdraw cash, use your National Bank cards today.
National Bank, always here.
Welcome back. Taking a look back at some of the stories from the past week, 11 nationals are off to universities in Taiwan later this year to further their studies. Here's Jason Davis with that report.
The scholarship ceremony was held at Palm Court Gardens and saw ICDF and MOFA scholarships presented to successful applicants from the Federation. Delivering brief remarks, Resident Ambassador of the Republic of China Taiwan, His Excellency Michael Lin, said Taiwan will continue to assist students in the Federation in their pursuit of higher studies.
I would like to take this opportunity to extend my sincere gratitude to the government of St. Kitts and Nevis, especially the Ministry of Education, for its support, strong support for the Taiwan Scholarship Program. I believe we will continue to assist more talented clinicians and physicians in the pursuit of their higher education through these joint efforts of our two countries.
Minister of Education, the Honorable Dr. Jeffrey Hanley, said the ministry values its more than 30-year alliance with the Republic of China, Taiwan.
We will be forever grateful for the many ways in which the Ministry of Education continues to benefit as a result of this alliance between our two nations. I consider it my sacred duty as the new Education Minister to say thank you to Your Excellency Ambassador Michael Lin and your government for the long-standing and extraordinary support for the advancement of education in the Federation.
Prime Minister, the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, said he intends to create an environment that would allow the students to use their acquired skills and knowledge to contribute to national development.
As Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, I am proud to honor you today, and I pledge that your government will work to create an enabling environment for your return, one where you can use your skills, talents, and knowledge to propel our country through the 21st century and beyond. One of our lofty goals is to have at least 25% of our student population be university or tertiary level educated.
The recipients of the Taiwan MOFA scholarships are Jamilia Henry, Dajal James, Vadel Jarvis, Zidane Knight, Devon Peters, Lestron Simpson, and Deonje Woodley. The ICDF scholarship awardees are Hakeem Blackmore, Teresa Diaz, Everton Liebert, and Rosales Nisbet. The scholarships cover tuition and provide a monthly stipend to cover various expenses. Jason Davis for ZIZ News.
A summer camp for the empowerment of girls has come to a close. Carla Berridge has that story.
23 girls between the ages of 11 and 17 have been engaged in positive activities as part of Girls Illuminated St. Kitts and Nevis annual summer program. In its fourth year, Girls Illuminated is a grassroots movement designed to empower, uplift, and inspire girls. Founder of Girls Illuminated, Winnie Pereira, spoke with ZIZ about the importance of this type of program for young women.
We are here to empower girls through health and wellness. So our program curriculum consists of so many aspects of life because there's so many things deal with health and wellness. So we deal with mental, physical, and spiritual. Our curriculum consists of yoga sessions, meditation sessions. We do art, we do dance, leadership, and the list goes on. And this is our fourth year, and it's growing. I have to kind of put a cap on it now because we really want to make an impact. For us, it's not about the numbers. Although we want to be able to help a lot of girls, we still have to make sure that we have the proper impact. Otherwise, it won't make sense.
She spoke of the impact the summer program has had on participants.
In the growth that I've seen is in focus. Their focus has become stronger over time. You know, I feel like with the program, and this is just how I feel personally, the real impact comes after. That's when they get to kind of look back at what they've been doing, at what they've done, of how they felt, and kind of tune into this was what the experience was like, and this is how I'm feeling now. The girls get to speak afterwards. They get to share what it's done for them. The parents the same, because a lot of times the parents are paying so much attention because they send them for that. They want to see them grow. They want to see them coming out of their shyness. They want to see them more focused in school. And we have a lot of amazing testimonials every year where the majority of the girls were so excited.
Shadel Hodge has been part of Girls Illuminated since its inception. This year she returned as an assistant to the founder. She told ZIZ the program has had a positive impact.
The impact Girls Illuminated has on me was that I've been more self-aware. At first, I really didn't know the type of environment I was heading into, but I was really open-minded today I was getting into a new space where we meet new people, new experiences. You know, the sessions that I was having, I was really grasping what I was saying, taking it in, putting it into consideration. Girls Illuminated is a tremendous program, you know, and throughout the experiences and the speakers that came, you're taking what I have to say, really taking into consideration. You leave, you're going to be more believing in yourself, you're more self-aware, you're more cautious of the things you do, the people you hang around. I would say from experience, I really think like if the whole of St. Kitts and Nevis female youths could have a chance to come, they will be happy because the program itself, the name Girls Illuminated, is hands-on.
Kajoy Isaac, who is participating in Girls Illuminated for the second year, said she is pleased to be part of the program once again.
It's been very fun and educational. It's been a very long time since I've been here, and I'm very happy to be back. And I miss this program a lot because it's helped me to be much more of a confident person now than before, and it's helped me to express myself in many different ways, and it's helped me to uplift my self-esteem.
Winiel has thanked the more than 40 persons and entities who have assisted to make this year's Girls Illuminated a success. The summer program, which began on July 19th, will wrap up on August 20th, with the final activities taking place at the Four Seasons Resort in Nevis on Friday.
2 guns were this week taken into custody by the police following a search that was conducted on a fishing vessel in Dieppe Bay. According to police, during the search on Tuesday, 1 AK-47 rifle with a scope with 64 7.62mm rounds of ammunition and 1 Taurus semi-automatic 9mm pistol with laser with 150 rounds of 9mm bullets were found. To date, 5 illegal firearms have been taken into police custody. After the break, Antigua and Barbuda threatens Trinidad and Tobago with legal action, and Europe's drought reveals hidden relics. Stay tuned.
Elevate your experience with Flow's fiber-fast internet and mobile combined. Enjoy double data and unlimited talk on 4 mobile lines, plus up to 35 megabits per second home internet speed at the best rate, giving you the best value to stay connected. I think our Flow mobile is elevated. You think? An elevated experience starts with Flow at home, powering double data and unlimited talk on 4 mobile lines at the best rate. Visit a Flow store to sign up today.
Yo! You look like the dude who was shopping at furniture and appliances. See, my friend, you look like you buy something from the Ashley Home Store. How you know? Because we get the cashback coupons and the free groceries for a year!
Cashback is back at Horsford's Furniture and Appliances and Ashley Furniture. Shop now and get a chance to win free groceries for 1 year.
In news now on the regional scene, Antigua and Barbuda's Prime Minister Gaston Brown is threatening legal action against Trinidad and Tobago over the collapse of CLECO and British American insurance companies. ABS News has this report.
I believe this is something that should have been done long ago, but everybody wants to be nice guy, nice man, nice woman, and nobody wants to, as they say, break an egg to make an omelette. Well, I'm accustomed to breaking eggs and making nice omelettes.
Prime Minister Brown standing firm in his position. Trinidad and Tobago is liable to policyholders in Antigua and Barbuda and the rest of the Eastern Caribbean following the collapse of CLECO and BICO in 2009. He has now written a third time to his colleague Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley about the matter.
But we have to give some time for him to respond. You know that he has had a recent bout of COVID, was not in office, so I believe that at least maybe by the first week in September, should give him until then, and hopefully by then we'll have a response. And if he does not respond, then evidently he's been contemptuous. And if the distinguished Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, my dear colleague, chooses to be contemptuous, then we will have to act in the interest of the people of the Eastern Caribbean.
And that would mean following through on his threat of legal action. Trinidad and Tobago's government is quoted by the Guardian newspaper as saying it is not perturbed as there is no basis for a case. Prime Minister Brown is convinced otherwise because the Treaty of Chaguaramas, which is the foundation of the regional integration movement, is clear there can be no discrimination when matters are being resolved in CARICOM. He argues Trinidad and Tobago took care of its citizens and left those in the Eastern Caribbean holding the bag.
So this is not a case that we are begging him for a gift. I heard the leader of the UPP, Harold Lovell, suggesting that we are begging Trinidad and Tobago for $60 million and that there's some litigation that says that if it is inopportune for them to do so, that they can change their minds. Well, clearly, Harold got it very wrong. This is an issue of a legal obligation arising as a result of certain treaty obligations. So this is not a situation which we're going cap in hand to Trinidad and Tobago to ask them for a gift. All we're doing here is to defend the best interests of those stakeholders, all those who had deposits and who had annuities with CLICO BICO.
We asked the Prime Minister if his administration would be willing to join a lawsuit already in progress on this matter. It has been initiated by the British American Insurance Company Limited and Colonial Life Insurance Company Limited Policyholders Group, or BACOL.
On the basis that the CCJ says that they have a legal case and they need the support of our administration, we'll certainly join them. In fact, we had to go to Parliament in the first instance to put the legal framework in place to legitimize that group. So you can see that from the onset, my administration has been totally supportive of the effort, because it's totally unfair that Trinidad and Tobago just hold on to all the hundreds of millions of dollars in assets. Even their shares in Republic Bank, the government of Trinidad and Tobago held on to those, took care of their people, and left policyholders or stakeholders generally in the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union holding the bag for hundreds of millions of dollars. In the case of Antigua and Barbuda, it's over $300 million. And that can't be fair.
In news now on the international scene, weeks of drought have uncovered long submerged archaeological relics around the world. They include ancient Buddhist statues in China and one rock formation known as the Spanish Stonehenge. Al Jazeera's Victoria Gatenby has more.
The prehistoric stone circle came into view when a dam in the Spanish province of Cáceres dropped to a quarter of its usual capacity. The stones were first discovered in 1926 and have only been fully visible 4 times since. The discovery is an unexpected side effect of the worst drought in Europe in decades. In Serbia, the river Danube is at its lowest level in nearly a century, revealing the wreckages of 20 German warships which were sunk during World War II.
This is what remains from the war between the army of the Soviet Union and the German war flotilla. There's about 10,000 kilograms of explosive devices here. We're not sure if they can explode, but you can imagine the problems if they do.
In Germany, the drought has exposed so-called hunger stones at sections of the River Rhine. Centuries ago, they were placed on dry riverbeds to warn future generations their exposure could signal famine. Away from Europe, and a drought in China has revealed ancient statues of Buddha on an island that's usually submerged. The statues are believed to be 600 years old.
I read in the newspaper the statues are from the Ming and Qing dynasties. It's rare to see weather like this. I'm worried. I think it's a warning to us.
Rainfall in the Yangtze Basin has been around 45% lower since July. Authorities say as many as 66 rivers across southwest China have dried up this summer. With many scientists saying hotter days as a result of global warming are here to stay, more relics from the past are sure to emerge. Victoria Gatenby, Al Jazeera.
We'll be back with a recap of the top stories.
Everybody beware, and you better prepare. Disaster can happen anytime, anywhere.
In your preparation, remember, water is essential, so store as much water as you can. Fill all available containers, such as plastic bottles, pots, buckets, barrels, drums, and bathtubs. Store drinking water separately in a clean, covered container.
Everybody beware, you better prepare. Disaster can happen anytime, anywhere. Everybody beware, you better prepare. Disaster can happen anytime, anywhere.
We now wrap up with a recap of the top stories. District A Magistrates Courts relocated. More congratulations roll in for Prime Minister Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, and Premier Brantley leaves island. Deputy Premier Jeffers acts in his stead. That's it for the ZIZ Channel 5 newscast. Thank you for watching. I'm Mervan Thompson.